วัสดีค่ะ I'm Cholapansá Narula. Welcome to Be My Guest, a program that brings to you interesting, successful stories about profitable businesses in both domestic and international arenas. Fashion is not necessarily about brands, it's not necessarily about labels, but it's something that comes from within you. Today we have the opportunity to speak with the founder of Leisure Project to see how his menswear will help wearers project the confidence from within. Joining us now is คุณณัฐพล กนกวลีวงศ์ the founder and designer of Leisure Project. สวัสดีค่ะ We'd like to call you Kunat if that's okay.
That's good.
To begin with, tell us a bit about the brand itself. When did Leisure Project start?
I started in year 2012. We launched the first collection just like other people. We tried to do it online from Instagram and Facebook. And luckily, we have a chance to show our products at the selected in Siam Center, and the collection has been grown until today.
I see. So you were in the fashion industry before you officially, launched your first collection in 2012?
Not really, because I graduated in product design, and then after I came back to Thailand, I working with my uncle who owned the fashion retail in Thailand, but I responsible in more like creative, like advertising and shop design.
I see.
But I think because I have been born in fashion business family, so it has been bound with the fashion. Like I really like the fashion.
Were you actually in the fashion business before you launched Leisure Project?
Not really. I graduated in product design, but I always loved fashion since when I was young. So when I apply for the job, I try to apply in the fashion industry, even I'm not graduated from fashion. So I actually have a chance to work as a visual merchandiser. That really confirmed me that I really like fashion, and I feel I want to own something in fashion. So I started this brand.
I see. So were you working for the big names, the big brands?
I used to work in Vivienne Westwood in London.
Vivienne Westwood?
When I was in first year.
I
as
see.
a part-time, yeah.
For how many years?
For 1 year.
For a year.
But because and then I cannot cope with my studies, so I leave the
Okay,
job.
so it was Vivienne Westwood, and that's all, or
And
other
then I
local
come back
brands
to Thailand. I work with local brands in Thailand as a creative. So I do fashion shoot, shop retail, shop design, new concept design, and that kind of stuff.
So you're really into fashion. You had a passion about fashion since you were young.
Yes.
And about your family? Were they in the fashion industry as well?
Everyone is kind of in fashion business. Like my dad owned the factory making T-shirt and polo shirt, and my mom's side they have the shop in Chinatown selling fabrics, and as well as my uncle who owns some brand in Thailand. Yeah.
So no wonder your career being in the fashion business today. Now, as for the inspiration for the brand, the concept of Leisure Project, give us some background about this.
When we start the brand, we try to make something that really easy to wear. So as the name suggested, it's Leisure Project. So it's leisure wear. It's something really easy to wear on the weekend.
And I see in the shop itself, is it mainly catered for men?
For this
Men's
shop,
fashion?
it's catered for, especially for men. It's called Gin and Milk. It's the new multi-label store that cater all menswear, Thai's menswear.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Now, as for the design itself, the collections, what makes it special when customers walk into Leisure Project?
I think our design are quite playful, and it's really easy to wear, as I mentioned earlier. Like I try to play with the normal silhouette, like T-shirt, jumper, and polo shirt, but add some details to make it more fun. That's my determination for every collection I try to do.
So it's playful, it's colorful, it's easy to wear.
Yeah.
When you say leisure, wearing only during the weekends, I see a few other collections. You can actually wear it, you know, for work as well, day-to-day work.
Since when the collection getting bigger and then I have more outlet, people want to see more the bigger collection. So I try to propose the bigger choice for them, and yeah.
And that's why you have added a few
added
other
jacket
lines.
and jumpers and more accessories about shoes and bags as well.
I see. It's been about 2 years
years,
now
yeah.
since the launch of Leisure Project. How has it been?
It's very good. We got a good feedback from customers, and in the beginning we started selling from Facebook and Instagram as like just like other people brands. But luckily we have a chance to showcase our stuff in the Selected before, and then some pop up in Paragon, and we got a really good feedback. So we got a permanent store in Paragon right now, and here at Gin and Milk, and some basic item for Selected. Yeah.
I see. So basically in this shop that we are here today, it features men's collections. But if you go to Sam Paragon, is that a mixture for both
it's
men and
only
women?
men's.
So basically
Only
it's
men's,
for men.
yeah.
Why not for women?
Because-
Isn't it a bigger industry?
Because I'm not really graduated from fashion design at first, and then I don't really know much about the pattern making and like fabric that much. So I want to start something that I feel safe, which is menswear, because I know what I like to wear.
Ah, okay. But in terms of designing, is it easier when you do like men's clothes comparing to women's?
I
Or
think
in
it's-
terms of the season change, you know, where the collection changes,
I
women
think it's
are more.
difficult and easy in different way, because for girls, you can be more experimental, like you have more things to play with, but for men, it's maybe only shirt, t-shirt, and jumper. You know, you cannot really go too far. So that's a challenge for men, that make something that interesting, but not too crazy that they're afraid to wear.
I see. When it comes to designing, are you the main designer?
Yeah. It's actually this brand is only myself.
Just
at
you?
the moment, yeah.
Wow. So if I would ask you, how big is the team?
It's only one.
It's only one. I mean,
and a bit of my mom help.
so where do you get the sourcing from in terms of you know, the cloths, the fabrics? Are they all here from Thailand, or do you have to import some materials from elsewhere?
Most of things are from Thailand, and I buy some stock from vendor in Thailand who sell Japanese fabric, like stock fabric. So that's why sometimes we get really limited fabric, so we get really limited piece that we can produce, because it's like old stock from Japan.
I see. What's the uniqueness of Japanese fabrics? I mean,
I think it's qualities, and it's more, they have more technique in the weaving that make the fabric interesting, and so you don't have to put a lot of design in it, but then just simple and plain silhouette can make the clothes look interesting already.
so it's the fabric that has great quality when it comes from Japan. What about the Thai materials? Do we have our own uniqueness?
We normal cotton and the shirt we always sourcing in Thailand.
They're brought here, stitched here,
Yeah.
and sold mainly here
Yeah, everything in Thailand.
in Thailand as for now. Now, we've talked a bit about the collections itself. How often are the collections released in the shops to the clients?
We launch 2 collections a year, and within the collection, I try to structure into different groups, so different group launching in different months. So it's something new to offer to the customer every month or every week. So when they come, it's like, oh, new arrival again.
So basically you said you have 2 major collections
Yeah.
out every year, but then again, every month you have new stuff coming in. So it goes to show that Thai customers really want to see new products all the time.
Yeah.
But isn't it challenging for you as the main designer, you know, bringing out new clothes, new stuff by yourself on your own?
That's been all planned before, like 6 months or 1 year before the collection launch, and then you learn it on the way, like which kind of product customer like. Yeah.
So do you have to think like, you know, as your main theme for the whole year, or inspirations come throughout the year, or it has to go in line with the fashion trends we see worldwide?
I kind of mix with both, because I'm not trying to follow the trend as much, because otherwise you will keep changing your standing point, like your style will change. So, but normally I do research on like what is in fashion right now, but then I merge with my own idea, and then try to keep the look of the brand, like the consistency of the brand. Yeah.
So basically, the brand will offer new, fresh, and energetic looks.
Yeah,
A few new items every month. Or what's your target in launching new stuff per month?
It depends on season as well. Like at this time, I start to launch like a heavier jacket, heavier jumper for the winter for people who would like to travel or would like to even wear it in Bangkok.
I see. Now let's talk a bit about your customers. I mean, who are your main customers? We know they're men, but when it comes to the customers itself, you have to look at their lifestyles. Do they have to be like, young first jobbers? Who are they?
I think it's vary. I have a lot of group of the customer because some of the products are quite, as you can see, it's quite experimental, like really fashionable. So that kind of products will focus on people who really keen on fashion. But I also have some basic item like t-shirt, Oxford shirt, but playing with it with the print that's related to the theme. So that kind of product will reach to everyone, like easy to sell. Like a lot of tourists love it because it's easy to grab and then the price are quite okay.
Now you mentioned about the price. What's the price range here?
It starts from 900 baht to 3,000, and for the jacket maybe 5,000.
So it seems to be quite affordable.
Yeah. That's my determination from the beginning that I want to having fun and affordable fashion for everyone, because that's why I start my own clothing brand, because I don't want to buy from other people brands that quite expensive.
I see. So 900, you get a t-shirt?
Yeah, t-shirt and polo shirt.
T-shirt, polo shirt. Well, that's kind of good. And if it goes up to 3,000, what would that be? You mean pants?
This jacket is like, because it's involved a lot of technique, different kind of fabrics, and for the jacket maybe 5,000.
About 5,000. Are they easy to look after once you buy it?
Because when I try to choose a fabric, I go for normal fabric that's easy to clean. But for jacket, you have to dry cleaning anyway.
I see. Now let's talk about some of the best-selling collections, or what customers really like, an all-timer here within the shop. Give us a few examples.
For those three, that's quite good selling. The polo shirt and the jumper.
Okay. What makes it special? Is it the fabric, the design?
I think the design are quite basic and the print make it interesting, and then it's quite a basic item. You can wear it with anything.
Well, the colors are nice. And what are these patterns about? Is that
the galaxy?
The galaxy. Stars, stars and galaxies. So these are the polo shirts. What about this?
This one is quite like, I'm not really, because I in creative field, so I don't really buy shirt to work. But then when I sell in the department store, a lot of customers ask for it. So I made some item like this. But then, okay, it's a work shirt, but then with some details, like fun details.
Yeah, it looks fun. Yeah. Nice. Different. And you mentioned about this, which could be a little bit pricier due to the details. You said fabrics, and we see some,
Like a mesh.
Yeah, what is it?
It's like a air mesh fabric that's been using in like a sportwear, or you see a lot of it in the cars, automobiles, like accessories.
Oh, okay. And
it's very popular. It's been quite a popular material for this season. Like a lot of brands using it.
So it's designed into many of your collections of the season.
I mean like other people.
Or other brands as well. And what about this material? Makes it really shiny.
Because the collection is based on galaxy, so I want to get some shiny material. So I add some material that not really using for clothes, but then I merge it into the clothes.
Not only the tops, but I see the trousers are really
a bit shiny,
funky as well. All right, interesting indeed, with a lot of details and nice collections here. We'll now take a short break. We'll come back with a few more questions. Of course, we'll have a look at how the brand is doing internationally, or are there plans to go international, and of course the feedback from foreign clients coming here to the shops at Siam Center and Siam Paragon. Stay with us.